Why do American Redditors automatically assume everyone on this website is from USA? As an American, I have nothing of value to add. I did today, however, for the first time recognize that a narrator had a NZ accent, and not an Australian one. Very proud moment. Statistically, Americans are around half of all Reddit users. That's a lot. Also, I pretty much only see Reddit in English, so that kind of skews perception. But I try to be mindful that it's not like 90% of Reddit is American when talking about certain things and address things such as, in the US, Americans, when relevant. That was me until I kept seeing people posting about going to uni. It is not just Americans that do it. They would be the largest group of English speakers, though far from the only ones. There are English speakers from other countries, like myself from Ireland. Topics they are commenting on and what they are saying can indicate that they might be American. Grammar and spelling can be indicators too. It tends to be what most people in the majority subconsciously assume. For example, I'm in Canada, and many users in Canadian subs tend to assume that everyone is in Toronto, because that's by far the largest city. It's annoying, for sure. I'm Finnish and I assume everyone else is American. Why do European responders assume that anyone who is referencing an experience that is non-EU in nature is from the US? The number of times I've seen someone respond to an op with, "That's because your healthcare system sucks," or, "Maybe if you had free education," or, "Because you have no gun control," only find out that the op isn't from the US is honestly funny. It's because there are a large number of American posters on Reddit. US defaultism. At the last meeting of every American on Reddit, we collectively decided to do this. So yeah. No. Of course not. Does every European assume every poster is from the US? Because up until a few short years ago, it was. And even today, most still are. And it's terrible for our politics because for a decade now, most people, though everyone on Reddit was also American. If some Swedish person wanted to visit Reddit, they'd go to the Swedish version. Or so I'd always thought. This is how you get Russian bot farms controlling the discourse though. Who knows how long they've been on Reddit proliferating their ideas. This doesn't need to be posted every week. I have been indoctrinated to believe I am at the top of the hill looking down. I do that and I'm not even American. I don't know about Americans. But even as a non-American one kinda assume everyone is from the USA until a person says something like, "Not my first language, sorry," or when the convos are in French. Dead internet theory. There are only around 20 real people on the internet. They're all American. Because we don't even think about other countries or their citizens in our day-to-day lives. American Redditors don't. Some do. Most likely because 1. Americans are the largest group of Redditors. 2. The language being used is English. 3. It is the time of the day when the user is online. Which if the user is on the United States means a big chunk of the other English speakers would be offline or asleep. Most Americans don't have much if any contact with non-Americans on a day-to-day basis, and since mostly everyone they know is American, even those with very different cultures, they are all still Americans and they only interact with Americans, then they'll subconsciously assume whoever they're talking to is American because it's what we are used to, while others in Europe are surrounded by others of different cultures that are also different nationalities, so they won't assume anything. because they are used to interacting with different nationalities. As a non-American, I just assume that I'm amongst mostly Americans. That I'm in their territory, as it were, like I'm at a big party somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic. Therefore I don't use turns of phrase or cultural references that are from my country. When I'm on Ireland though, it's like being back on home turf, and that's a corner of the internet where I don't have to adapt. Depends on the subreddit I'm in, really.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.